everyone, nice to see you back. This is part 2 of my vacation video. Last time we left off getting lunch after doing zip lining, and now we are on our way to our second stop. We are gonna go to the beach. So we started in the mountains, now we're going to the beach. We are going to the beaches in Manuel Antonio. I think it was around a 5 to 6 hour drive. We did get there pretty late though, since we did start after the zip lining. No complaints though, since the views were amazing and we got to see a whole lot on the way. This bridge, I'm pretty sure for some reason I've crossed it before. If not, it's just really similar to another bridge. It is very scary. The moment you get onto it, all the plates that you're crossing on start moving and making that crazy sound, but I'm pretty sure it's super safe. Once we got to our location, we had to drive up a side of a mountain, and it was absolutely terrifying.
This is scary.
Cause look, yeah.
Oh, this.
Oh wow.
Elizabeth.
This, you're good.
Oh my. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh my gosh. This is scary. Oh. Dang, Elizabeth, good job. You're doing really good, Liz. I just want to say I'm so proud of you. Oh, she's like, shut up. Nina, how do you feel?
Yeah, several people.
So this is us waking up in our Airbnb. This was a super affordable Airbnb and it was actually really nice. It was 2 rooms, 1 bath, and the kitchen. I do not remember exactly where it was located, since again it was on the side of a mountain, but it was actually super gorgeous on the outside during the daytime. There was a huge bamboo tree right outside of our door, and she says sometimes there are even wild monkeys that shows up, so it was already super nice. Our first stop was the Monarca Cafe. I had seen it on TikTok and I'm like, oh, since we're in the location, we might as well go. And I'm so glad we did, because it was absolutely gorgeous. It's basically this cafe that is in like this butterfly greenhouse, and they're the Costa Rican butterflies just flying all around you as you're eating, and it is insane. It's like stunning.
These are my mom's favorite butterflies. I just have the blue ones. My mom would love it. Absolutely. You are fun.
So if you're lucky enough to get a seat on the outdoor balcony, this is what you'd be seeing while you're eating. I wouldn't come here for the food. It was like a 5 to 6 out of 10. Coffee was great though, and obviously the views were amazing.
Is it good?
Once we left the cafe, we headed down to the national park in Manuel Antonio. This is a very popular stop. I do not necessarily know how you're supposed to get the tickets for this place. Some people said, oh, you could just pay when you get there, which is what we did. Others said that you're supposed to pay online. Could we have gotten ripped off? Maybe, but either way, we had a great time. We got paired with this British family, not from London. I think they said Cambridge, I don't remember, but they were our pals for the entire trip. You do have to have some sort of identification to go into this park, and once you're in, you are in for a very nice time. You are assigned a tour guide, and they are very well trained and very well, what's the word? They know what they're looking for and where to find them. They know all about the different plants, all about the different animals that are seen in this jungle, and they will show you carefully, and they will even take the pictures for you as he did with this little crab. The only reason I'm recording this tree is because he said that this is the tree the natives used to use as glow darts. They would take the needles off of the tree and use it in their darts. I don't know.
Are they fast?
My group, you see it? It's right over there. The brand it has in the back, that's a speculo. Just males got it. That's how I know this is a juvenile male. Uh-huh.
So most of this location is a gravel hike, but it is wheelchair accessible because there is this boardwalk part that you can walk the whole park with, which I think is really nice. We did see sloths, iguanas, several different kinds of monkeys. It was just a nice time to be there.
Look at this. Whoa! Hit it! You see the face, the size.
It's not working. Oh, perfect. I got him.
The end of the hike leads you to the actual beach. So you're kind of on like a mountainish area, nothing too high, but you do have to walk down to the beach area. Also wheelchair accessible. There's like a sidewalk on the side. And when I tell you, this water is the most blue, most clear water I have seen at a beach in a very long time, if not ever. This place is gorgeous. There are two sides that you can go to. This is the first side. We ended up going to the other side to spend most of our time. But either side is great. Either side is like, look at that. Look at that. It is absolutely stunning. This next section is the other side that we ended up staying most of our time on. And I mean, it's like your own private little island that no one else can go on to, which obviously other people were on. But the pictures, look at the pictures. So it's safe to say it was time well spent at this park. It was actually a pretty long walk back. I didn't think it was going to take so long, but it was still very pretty. So we ended up leaving the park and went to stop at a location, a very popular location for lunch. It's called El Avión. It's literally a crash-landed army plane, which they turned into a restaurant. And it is overlooking the mountainside to the water as well. Super pretty, super gorgeous. Once we finished eating, we hit the road to go to the capital of Costa Rica. And this is where things started going wrong. We were supposed to stay on the highway, and the GPS said, I don't think so. You see those mountains? Yeah, we traversed those mountains, and not in a good way. I doubt they can take like a paving team up to the mountains. So all it was rocks, holes, and stress for my dear life. Coming up, you'll see like a couple views of what the road kind of looked like, but we were all too scared to record, to take pictures. There was no music playing. That's how bad it was. There was one point where I had like pedal to the metal, like I was going as fast as I could and the car was going backwards. That's how steep and how bad this drive was. It took us no, not an hour and a half, like 2 hours to go 20 something miles. Think about that. 2 hours, 20 something miles, right? And then at the end of where the GPS was like, okay, you're gonna turn right, it says turn right to stay on said road. So I was not having a good time. The engine light came on. See, look at that road. And that's the good part. We were having a good time with that road because we were still recording. It was nighttime. The fog came in because we were in the clouds. That's how high we were. Couldn't see, right? So we almost died. You almost didn't see this video at all because we almost died. But we did end up making it. But the moral of the story is to stay on the highway if you are ever in any country because you do not know these roads. So we ended up overnighting. This is Costa Rica, San Jose. This is my dad's house. I spent a lot of my childhood here and it was a great option since this is a city we were going to anyway. This is just me showing you the gym that we would eventually be going to. This is where my uncle has his like home training situation going on. For breakfast, we ended up walking to the supermarket and getting some things. And then afterwards, my aunt picked us up to take us to town to show us the city.
That's exactly what it is. I know.
Está para el otro lado. No está tan, y todas están a la abuela, por donde está el aeropuerto, más largo.
Parte de la experiencia, autor.
Since it was most everyone else's first time in Costa Rica, she took us to the popular places. She took us to downtown. She took us to the main city. She took us to several tourist marketplaces and just to the regular Costa Rican marketplace, I guess, just for them to get a good sense of what the capital city looks like.
That's why all their stuff are on things so they could just pack up if the cops come.
And my favorite thing about this whole situation is that Camilla and Nina got along with my family so well. They were like besties by the end of it, and it really, really showed.
Mucho what? That's a dance party. If you want to go, you could go.
So this is that Costa Rican marketplace. Like I told you, tourists do come here obviously because there are a lot of things to buy, but this is also a marketplace that a lot of the locals go to. You can get from, I don't know, knickknacks to very expensive jewelry to food. Everything is in like this one building. It is actually kind of insane. So we walked around here for a good few minutes and then we ended up going to another one that is also pretty popular.
When she was done paying and the guy gave her the money and she's just standing there. I'm like, Camilla, the lady is trying to get behind you.
Camilla? She was pushing you.
Yes. Oh, I thought you got my name now. Oh. Oh, wait, no, guys. Oh.
It's a video.
So, hello. We are Camilla. Welcome to the National Theater. Let's go in.
You guys are insane.
Mother and baby, yes.
This is Heroes of Misery.
No, mother and baby.
So after walking around downtown a little more, we ended up going to the other tourist location for, I don't know, souvenirs. This place is less packed, so they're a little more aggressive with trying to sell you things. Just a heads up. Now, this part of the trip was very random. My aunt said one of her friends were at a Afro type festival and invited her to come. And she goes, "Oh, let me just bring your friends." So we were like, "Sure." We go, and it is like this whole thing. They closed off a couple blocks. They're having a hair braiding competition. They have a food competition going, and they're selling all the things from clothes to handbags to earrings to everything you could possibly think of. This was not planned, part of our trip. They are in the month of like el mes del negro, like how we have in February. They have Black History Month. That's their month that we were in. But I was not planning on this little stop here. It was very nice though. There was good live music. We were listening to calypso music at the end. We did not enjoy the food though because we were planning on going to a specific place for lunch, which you'll see later. But it was just a nice hour I think we spent here looking at everything, enjoying the vibes, honestly. It was great vibes.
Hola. That is what I like.
So the music you're listening to right now is actually the calypso music from this band. I just wanted to get a good bit of it in there because it was really nice. This is Caribbean music from the Caribbean side of Costa Rica. After we left, we went to go get lunch where my aunt and Camilla did rock, paper, scissors to see who would pay for the food.
Like 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Vamos uno a uno. One. ¿No es cierto? No, yo no hice así. Yo no hice así, güey.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. She was like this.
They say like you. Like they will say, I will plantain here, no?
And as in Costa Rica fashion, it started to rain on us, but that did not stop us to get some very, very good Costa Rican ice cream. This is my favorite place ever, and it was very good. And because of the ice cream, we did end up using that gym in the back to try to work some of the calories off. We mostly just laughed though. The very next day, we had initially planned to go visit another volcano, but because of new security practices, you actually have to have a reservation, so we couldn't actually go. So we ended up making it like a road trip through the countryside. Here we are with a couple other people who also couldn't make it into the volcano, but the views were good enough that people were just having picnics. We just stood there taking pictures, and we just kind of made our way back down, but looking at the world rather than being disappointed. Our first/second stop was at this cafe called Cafe Pura Vida. This place is absolutely insane. The owner, this man, he's super, super nice. You'll see him come out of this door in a second. He has this
Hola,
place like I'm just gonna have to show you in the videos.
You want to use the other side?
I don't know when this cafe started. I mean, on the stairs it says like 1950, I think. But
You got it.
the colors, the
If you fall,
the
then
vibes, I mean, you're kind of
I'm kind of far
overstimulated when you're in there.
I'm further.
But I loved it. I did end up leaving with 2 of his little creations. And I think Camille left with 1. But here we are walking in and experiencing it for the first time. And I loved it in there. So much
go.
colors. I do not know how he came up with this. I think people are just literally allowed to just write on the walls, write on the floors, do whatever. Because you'll see like random names, random family things. People bring their license plates. I think this is like a really popular hippie stop or something. I don't know. But we were in there for a very long time.
Oh, that's probably glaring like crazy on my glasses.
Mina, stand there.
Once we left, we ended up stopping at a coffee shop that had its own coffee bean field. I don't know, coffee farm. I don't know. But the coffee was pretty good according to them. I don't drink coffee because I will die, but according to them, it is one of the best coffees they've ever had. And here is their coffee field where they grow. I'm sure they sell and import most of it, but they do also sell their own coffee at that shop. Our only other major stop on the way back was for Camilla to get some fruit on a crazy discount compared to here in the States. We did end up making our way all the way back to the house and walked a couple blocks to get some lunch for the day. And that was pretty much our trip in Costa Rica. This is the last place we went to before we had to pack all of our bags, take a shower, do whatever we had to do, and then get picked up. And unfortunately, take the 1 hour drive and go all the way to the airport. My aunt took us. She says that she's going to take her car to the mechanic and send me the bill because the engine light is still on. And I honestly think this airport, the Costa Rica airport, is one of the prettier airports I've ever been at. The funny part about this airport visit is that Camilla found out that she had spent all of her money except for $1.
You can have the rest.
I wasn't gonna show your face, but then you asked for it. I was literally gonna just show the situation.
This is our non-stop flight.
Non-stop flight.
So we had originally booked our flight as a non-stop with Avianca. And as you can see, we stopped.
Hola.
We stopped in Honduras for 3 hours. So I guess look at your ticket. It was booked as a non-stop, and then when we looked at our itinerary like the day before, they had changed it from like a 5 hour flight to a 9 hour flight, which made no sense. But either way, we made it back. We were just extra tired, obviously. Here we are getting on our second plane, which would then have us landing in JFK.
Thank you, sorry.
One would think that I would end the video here, but lucky for you, we ate ourselves. So we landed in JFK at around 9 something in the morning, and we decided we were hungry. So we took our butts into New York City with our suitcases to go find food. Yep, you heard me right. After being up all night because I can't sleep on a plane, I decided to walk through New York City with my suitcase. It is also New York City. No one actually cares that we're walking around with our suitcase, but it was just the fact that I was exhausted. I am glad that we did it though, because the food I got was very, very good, and I do plan on going back there because I've never seen this place before. I got Korean food, and it was super cheap, and it was super good. Loved every second of it. And unfortunately, quite literally, less than 12 hours later from this moment, guess where I was? I hated everyone. I had the nicest patients. I hated everyone. But as you can see, we have now come to the end. Unfortunately, the vacation is over. Real life is back. Thank you for watching though. I should have more videos coming up soon, and I will see you then.